You hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I like? Patreon.com/inkdependence keeps this channel ad-free. Hello, folks. Welcome to Second Takes. This is the April edition, which is coming to you early May of 2023. This is a little series of videos where I talk about some of the things I've used in the last month, especially things that are kind of newer or that sort of thing. So let's get going with some stuff. I make a little list kind of during the month just to keep track of stuff that I've been using. And the first thing, let's talk a little fountain pen right up top. Why not? This is an Opus 88 Koloro in this weirdo like olive color, and I don't know what this one's called. I bought this from my friend Tammy, and I have had this inked up with Schaefer Latte for a little while now, and I gotta tell you, every time I ink up one of these Opus 88 pens, I'm just kind of impressed by how good it is. I got this one from the Penaddict, and it kind of reminded me how much I like these pens, and so I inked one of them up, another one. And so yeah, I've really been enjoying this with that Schaefer Latte. Those Schaefer inks are really good, and I hope they keep them around now that Schaefer has been acquired by a new parent company. So Latte, very cool brown. Next up, another thing that is a pen that is not a fountain pen. This is a pen from Livework or Livework. I actually don't know. It's a South Korean company that makes these little pens, and there are a bunch of them, and they come in a bunch of different colors that are really fun. This one's called Snow Gray. Let me grab a few more. I have them in this little weird case thing that I got. So here we have one that's called Apple Green, and we have here, let me try to get them all out here. Come on now. So these are just the ones I have, and these are not very expensive. They're a couple of bucks on Jet Pens, and so I kind of went, just get most of them. I think I might have gotten all the ones that were available at the time. This one's called Saffron Pink, and it's like a real pale pink and blue and green. And then we've got this one's lilac with lilac-y colors. This one's called Mayonnaise. You can see right there, if I can get the glare to calm down. Geez, mayonnaise right there. I just thought that was kind of ridiculous. If your mayonnaise is green, don't eat that mayonnaise. This one's called Vermilion. Of course, that's an awesome color combo for me. And this one just looks kind of classy in Prussian blue. And the thing about these is that they are way better than they should be for like $2. These are great little ballpoints. They're pretty darn fine. They're, just a very nice ballpoint to write with. They have a very nice even line. It's pretty fine. They fit well in the hand. They're very light, and they come in a bunch of different cool colors. So you can find these on Jet Pens where I bought them, and they probably have more colors now. But find your favorite color combo and throw it in your cart for a couple of bucks because they're worth it for sure. Next up, I've got a couple of Post-it note type things. The first one is legit Post-it notes. These are just like regular Post-it, recyclable notes in this little cube. And these are actually very good with fountain pens. They will definitely have a little bit of bleed through sometimes. But nothing in the way of feathering or any of that sort of stuff. And like even here, like no bleed through, right? So very good. A lot of people say you can't use fountain pens on Post-its, and that's just wrong. I use fountain pens on a lot of Post-it notes, especially, even official ones. And then these are shaped like a little squirrel, and these are from Mindwave, and you can get these at a few places. I've seen them at Yoseka, I've seen them at Kawaii. I think I might have gotten this one at Kawaii Pen Shop, but there are lots of places that have these little Mindwave things. Mindwave also makes some really good washi tape and that sort of stuff, but these little squirrel Post-its, which are sticky at the bottom and have this nice white belly for you to write on, are actually very good with fountain pen as well. So I encourage you to grab some of these. They have this little, little thing that folds around and then it'll stand up, which is very cute, and just kind of keeps it at the ready and looking cute. And they have a lot of different ones of these. There's like hedgehogs and I don't know, everything. So check those out when you find them from Mindwave. Then next up are another couple of things that I picked up at Jet Pens, and I keep meaning to pick up more. These are Zig Color Dot Markers, and I use these all the time in my to-do list and all that sort of thing, because on one side they will have a fine tip. This one has like kind of a brushy tip, and this one has a very fine sort of markery tip, but they're actually excellent markers. This is the red one, which gives a pretty fine red line, and then this is the blue metallic, which is a very bold, kind of brushy, shiny stroke, and it's real good. And then on the back, they have these sort of blunt tips like this, which are great for doing a dot. Like, I don't know, maybe you're maybe like a bingo sort of dot like this, or you can write with them if you want to, but it's going to be a really broad line. And sometimes I'll use that broad line to mark off things in my to-do list, and sometimes just like that dot is perfect for a bullet point or a like a bullet journal sort of situation. So these are Zig Color Dot Markers, and they're from Kuretake, which is they always make good stuff there at Kuretake, and I really like the metallic ones. I think these metallic ones are a little bit better, and I got to get more colors of these. All right, next up, I have sort of a pair of notebooks that I have been using over the last semester, and these are for this new course that I was building and teaching at the same time. And so I had two notebooks going, one of them for like notes about the course and how I was building it, and the other one for reading assignments that I was giving for the students and like the notes about those things as we went. And so these are two very different notebooks, and one of them is way better than the other, and so I wanted to talk about that a little bit. So this is Doraemon, which is this little robot. It's a cat-type robot from the 22nd century, which I think has got to be some sort of like a, I don't know, some sort of a Japanese sort of a character of some kind. I'm not familiar with it. I picked this up for $6 at, I think, a Kinokuniya at one of the Kinokunias I went to in the last couple of years. Made in Japan. This is from Showa Note, I suppose. I'm not familiar with Showa Note, but this paper it's fun because it's got the little cat robot on it. And you can see on the blank pages back here, you have the little cat robot's beanie top up there, number and date and that sort of thing. But it's kind of cute. I like the form factor. However, inside it's just not great with fountain pen type stuff, and it's just not super exciting to write on in general. And I'm not sure exactly how else to explain that, other than to say like, yeah, you get some bleed through and it feathers a little bit sometimes you don't. It's very dependent on ink and that sort of thing, but it's just not I haven't really enjoyed it as a notebook. On the other hand, this is an Oasis Light notebook from Profolio, and these are really good. This is another Japanese notebook. This was $2.95, so like half the price of this Doraemon one, but this is a much better notebook. So you can see, let's see, let me get a blank page. Here we go. You can see it has this interesting pagination and sort of not pagination, what am I looking for? I don't know, lines and such? I don't know what to call it, but you have these little tiny boxes with lots of little dots. So you have solid lines and dotted lines. You have little hashes up here. You have a date thing and a title line. But what this lets you do is you can like block off areas. It gives you enough space to definitely write in, and also enough space to, if you wanted to, I don't know, do handwriting practice or something like that, you could, I suppose. But this paper has been excellent. Unlike the other one, I haven't had any problems with any sort of bleed through. This is actually just transfer from the other page. If anything, the problem with this one is that it doesn't quite dry fast enough if you want to, write a bunch of stuff and then turn a page quickly. But I never had anything bleed through this. I guess I got kind of close here, but that's mostly show through, really. And while I wasn't using the back of the page all the time, sometimes I do. It's a little bit thin, so you get some show through, but it's actually a really nice notebook and fun to write in. And I definitely say grab some of these Oasis Light notebooks. They are skinny, they are inexpensive. It's 30 sheets, so 60 pages of B5. It's real good paper. So check that out, Oasis Light, endorsed. All right, and then sort of lastly, let's take a look at some of the pens that I inked up this last month. I was pretty good. I didn't ink that many pens. In fact, just not that many at all. So I have this St. Dupont Orfeo, which is right in front of me. Right here, this gorgeous black and silver lacquered pen from St. Dupont with Tasha Benezakura, which is a great ink that I'll be reviewing very soon. And then a little while later, I went ahead and inked up this Platinum Prefontaine right here, which is basically a fancy preppy, because I wanted to get another pen to use with that ink. And look at that. A little bit of gold sheen there. It's a gorgeous ink, and I love that red. Then I also inked up this Model 50 Olive, which is this big one with Sailor's Yorimiku Zaragakoro. which has been very nice in this pen. This has an Uranagi nib from Matthew Chen that he did for me at the Atlanta Pen Show. It's really great. TWSBI Transparent Blue Eco. This is Troublemaker Polar Lights, and it's a very interesting ink. You can see the shimmer in there, and I actually inked this one up because I had some of this ink go bad in a different TWSBI, and I wanted to see if it was the ink or if it was just like that particular fill had gotten corrupted. And I don't think it was biological. It just sort of like gooped, like it turned to goop, but it didn't seem stringy or biological, like there's something growing in it. It was just kind of weird. So I don't know. I'm trying it out, but I do really like this ink. I think it looks cool. You can see it flashes 2 different colors there. If you catch it at the right time, it flashes purple and also green. So that's pretty neat. I hope my bottle of ink hasn't gone bad. Then these bottom 2 are with Sailor Kitsune Biore, which is Fox Weather, when the weather fools you. And I inked it up in this Halo penaddict pen, this Opus 88, but I really immediately didn't like it. It is too broad. It makes the ink get kind of like see-through. It's just not, I don't like the way that ink looks in that pen. And so I put it in something with a finer nib. This is a big broad, and this is a medium in this other Spoke pen, which is coincidentally also sort of related to Brad the Pen Addict Dowdy, because Spoke is one of his companies. And I like this ink a whole lot better in this pen. So I got this ink from Dromgoals, and I'm really liking that. Oh, and I got this one from Smrooty Pens, which you should check out if you get a chance. They are real nice folks. They're in the Nashville area, and they have a little online pen store. So check out Smrooty Pens. And then, others. Oh, and then this one right here, this Teranishi Guitar Classy Burgundy in this cool gathered sort of burgundy sailor pen, which is technically Audrey's, but she wasn't using it, so I decided to try it out because this is a classy burgundy pen, and I put this classy burgundy ink in there, and it has actually been working great in that extra fine nib. You can see it's a really pretty color. I'm enjoying that a lot. So yeah, I was actually pretty good. I didn't ink up that many pens in April, so you know, good on you, Mike. I cleaned a bunch of pens, so we're getting through it. All right, so that's I think all the things that I wanted to talk about this month. Last 2 things. I didn't put these on the list, but I should have. This is the new seasonal from Tactile Turn. The new side click seasonal is called the 8-bit. It'll be available for a couple of months, so definitely check those out. This is a great pen, sort of modeled after old entertainment systems and video game systems. Has this cool reset button, which I really like that a lot. And lastly, this is something that's been living at my office, and so I haven't had it here to talk about, but this is just a little single pen tray from Blue Star Crafts rather. It has a nice little piece of suede in there. It's got this squishy piece of stuff on the back so it doesn't scoot around on your desk. This I got from Amarillo Stationery, which is run by Eric Gamma, who is a pretty cool guy, and you can find these at his store at Amarillo Stationery. I really like this thing. It's perfect for one pen. It kind of sits over here when I'm at home, and when I'm at school using that office, I just sort of stick it up there sort of at the top of my keyboard area, and it holds the pen I'm using currently, and it's great. So check those out. Both these are currently available last time I checked, so there you go. All right, that's it for this round. I will see you for another one of these videos at the end of May, and we'll see what I've been using this month. Until then, peace out.